All right, welcome back. Let's get started. What I'm seeing here. This is EU. We got on the daily a nice little wick. I want you to see this. It's important. See that wick right there? This is for buyers, probably. A lot of people buying off of this support. You see it on the weekly. EU just been on a downtrend, but it found a support right here. Let's put the freckles on. See, we have a freckle on the weekly. So we found some good weekly support. Daily, multiple fractals, which also just made that weekly. So when I see things like this in the market, two things come in mind. First of all, we had a liquidity graph. I feel it wick below the actual support, right? So the support was right here. I make the lines big because it's an area. It's an area. It's a price, of course, but it's an area for the purpose of support and resistance. So we had a wick past the last low, and then a candle close Friday. Now the market just opened up. It's 4:18 p.m. Eastern. The market just opened up. And when we start scaling down, we had that bullish engulfing candle. The market is gonna be slow. Asian session will be slow. So what I'm looking for here is a good entry for a buy. I only buy off supports. I only buy off resistances. I don't want to buy in the middle of nowhere. I'm not one of those people that buy in the middle of nowhere. At that point, I feel like price has left my support. I don't even want to get in. So what we're looking for here with EU, let's go to H4 real quick. Since we know the nature of EU, we've been trading it for a while, so we're looking for a clean buy. Probably past this point, we'll keep our ears to the markets, not to the streets. So we're looking for a good move like this. I'm sure the market's going to come back down, make a double top of some sort, a bullish engulfing, probably come here, then maybe mutter, come down a little bit, I don't know, and then a nice shoot up. That's what we're looking for with this EU. Something to that extent, once it gets back to this area. So this week, probably not even this week. Once I see a W, then the break of I'll get in the W. So I'll see the double top, and then I'll see the break of the neckline, right, of the W. So it's going to be like this. This is how you play things like this. It's going to be a lot of patience. You gotta be patient. So once it breaks the neckline, it comes and retests the neckline, we get in there. So we'll be a little bit away from our actual support. But when you're dealing with your account, you want to make sure your confluences are just as good. So I figured this is going to come down a little bit. It ain't going to just shoot up there. Once we look for a W or any type of bullish behavior as the market opens up and it starts moving, then we get in on the break of the W, we can get on the break of the inverted head and shoulders, whatever you have to do to get in. We get in, stops below the support. We're gonna take profit. One will be this area, this 16242 area. TP2 will be the top of this structure on H4. And honestly, we'll be having a W on the daily. We'll have this W on the daily. When it breaks this W, when it breaks this low, last low, and retests it, then we're gonna go for structural highs on this structure right here. Right. We also have a low right there that we need to be concerned about just a tad bit, but we got time. Not saying the EU is going to reverse at this point, but we don't know. You have to play it by ear when you're a trader. Yeah, the overall trending is down, but this could be an area where the price will start trying to reverse and maybe try to test this last low or that low over here, this little mess, whatever. And if it tests it, then we can probably see price pushing back down. It's not just going to push down. It has to pull back and test the resistance before it goes down. Same with GU. With H4. I have the same setup for GU. Well, first of all, look on the H4. What do we have here? Doji with a frackle and a bullish engulfing. Doji, frackle, bullish engulfing is very good confirmation off a retest area. Overall projection is bearish, but market is probably going to test this low first before we get a drop to the downside. The reason why I feel like it's going to be a drop from the downside is just based off the weekly. It's just, we had a head and shoulders and it came up and it just, at this point, it dropped, made a bearish engulfing on the week past the head and shoulders. Let me show you again. Take the frackles off. We had somewhat of a head and shoulders. Fake outbreak, came back. We're seeing a line, some type of trend, a trend down. See it? Trend down. It comes down, makes a lower low from this point, comes back up, makes a doji off of this trend, bearish behavior. So eventually GU and all of them are going to drop. Gonna come test that area. But it's gonna be something to this extent. Eventually, maybe a pullback to make a lower low. It's probably not gonna take out this trend. And then we're gonna drop and test this area. And then we'll get back to the trend just to break out of that. This, right? Some to that extent. So we're right now, we're just taking a pull back off EU, pull back off GU. But this is what I'm seeing from price action, the overall. It's on a channel. Overall, this looks like it's going to start a channel and just start breaking and retesting. Right here, we're going to test this. And if it doesn't make it past here, but honestly, this is going to be really very close to this. And then we'll have a whole total break of this whole structure up here and it go down. Odd New Zealand, same party. All New Zealand's ready to come down. Honestly, look, it. So the market opened up and it came back to this area, and it tipped it again. Market just opened up. It's tipping this again. This is going to be cupcakes right here for me. I trade all New Zealand a lot, and I I caught some of these moves right here, the retest, and it's going to make a lower low. Did not take out this low. Well, see what happened, the drop, the retest of this area. And we even caught this divergence going up, but I knew it was coming up to pull back to this area. This retest area right here, which is, I think was on the weekly, right? That retest was a low on the weekly right here. Caught that. I already knew that was going to happen. Market does the same mechanical things when there's no news going on, of course. There's news come in and they'll do whatever it wants to, but the market is very mechanical. So the next moves here is rejection, rejection, rejection. And when I start seeing freckles showing up on these retest area right here, which I'm only see 2 so far for these rejections. Then we're going to have a drop to here. And to be honest, the way this is looking on the weekly, since this is the pullback area of this big move, so we had push phase, pullback. We had a frackle off the retest area. Not trying to predict the future, but if this makes a lower low, then we're talking down here, possibly seeing all New Zealand come and test these structural lows. This is what's looking like on this move, just based off of price action, based off my, all of the seeing this move over the years with multiple pairs. Then I'm gonna go over Japan pair, and all of them are gonna follow suit. All of them are gonna follow suit because JPY index looks like it's gonna push back up, which is gonna make all of them follow suit. I'm gonna do Chef. So we're gonna do Chef. This is Chef off the H4. What I'm seeing is we're going to have some consolidation because I don't like trading Chef, but I did Chef because Chef is a little harder to trade. So, because it likes to consolidate, but we have price failing to make, after this point, price stop making higher highs and drop down to this pullback area, made a lower low, broke this support. Now we're probably going to have some type of consolidation here. Then we're going to have this big giant candle break, then retest this support here. We're going to retest this floor as a ceiling, then we're going to drop probably down to here. So that is the projection for the JPYs. Most of them look like they're going to do that. Yeah, that was a look. Yeah, it's already, see, AJ already did it. So AJ could just probably come back up here and retest this. And this pullback, come back up here and just start dropping, honestly. Yeah. AJ definitely, because Australia looks like it might be the weak boy out of the group, out of the JPYs this week. Might be the weakest link. So we might see that move. You know what I'm saying? Easy stuff here. And then, of course, starting a little channel that you can definitely watch price and action bounce off of. It's not the perfect channel, but you get what I'm saying. Right there. Something to the extent. I would say right there, but that's slanted. You can get away with it. It's going to be one of them slanted channels. Then if it gets too sharp, the sharper the channel, then it's going to be a breakout somewhere. We don't know what happens. I'm not going to predict the future. I don't know what's going to happen after this point. We might have a retracement on the JXY index. But yeah, these are the moves I'm going to be looking for this week. And hopefully we catch them before, London session hits one day or something. Hopefully I can catch them. And because, I can't stay up and catch them all. But yep, that is what I have for the market this week and what I'll be looking for. And hopefully everyone has a prosperous week and catch these pips. Have a great role of stepping into your financial freedom. I will see you next video.